All right, let's check out the video store.
Okay, I don't know what
This is a collection since I was a kid of just tapes I've accumulated.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like when you're going to Disneyland, have you been?
Oh, yeah.
And you walk...
Well, Disney World, I'm in.
You know when you walk through the gate and it says, you are now leaving the land of the living, or what? Not living, but you're now leaving the real world.
Haunted Mansion, maybe, I don't know.
No, yeah, that one. But it's like you're now entering the world of imagination, right? Yeah. I feel like from there to here, I left 2015. And I came back to 1990.
Yes, and that is exactly the goal here, because I just wanted to preserve, because everything I do is some kind of preservation of the past. Yeah. I just want to keep alive the memory of the video store, because this was a pastime, and I know you're a little bit younger.
This is pretty amazing. Yeah, see, that's the thing. In your videos, you got this wonderful preservation of the past thing going.
Yeah.
You even got to see. I'll tell you where you beat me and everyone else is the freaking wood paneling.
Oh,
man.
you gotta have the wood paneling. This is what we would have, the Bugs Bunny fights here and all that kind of stuff. But it would be in the same. Yeah, like actually, it's unbelievable how. This room has gone through so many changes, because I put up these walls.
Oh, because this wasn't here.
No, it wasn't. So I'm going to probably change it again, too.
Actually, you know what's funny? Right down there where those Transformers tapes are, that's where James would get, like, the pie in the face and all that.
Yeah, it happened, like, I think the pie
was... 17 shits happened where you shit on something?
Pretty much.
I shot the Bugs Bunny, like, shit turd balls, like, right there.
Yeah. I can't believe that. I don't know. This is like... So when did you put this up, then?
Oh, this was a couple years ago. Oops.
Oh, dude. Fucking Harold Ramis's head is coming off over here.
Yeah, it's like, you gotta save this type of stuff, because it's all just gonna, like, disappear one day.
Good night, sweet prince.
Yeah. So this is one of the...
He died last year, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
That's terrible.
And they're still talking about Ghostbusters. Well, Dan Aykroyd said if the female Ghostbusters movie is a hit, then there might be... But
they'll do it. No, they can't do it again. They lost their chance.
There is a 0% chance you'll get Harold Ramis in it.
Yeah.
There's just nothing, like... It's like when he went, there's just nothing left. He was the most important person, I think, to the whole...
Honestly, well, I thought it's pretty much Bill Murray is the one that everybody... Bill Murray's the one everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
I have nothing against Bill Murray. Okay, you know what? This might be blasphemous to say, especially in these hallowed grounds. Why do people love Bill Murray so much?
Why they love him? I guess as much as why they love anybody so much.
I guess, but it feels like Bill Murray gets like
He gets an.
I'll tell you what it is. It's because he's mysterious and down to earth. That's got to be what it is.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of he's a little eccentric. He's a little unpredictable. I think that kind of makes him more...
You could tell he's like kind of like anti-establishmentarian. He doesn't want to follow the system, so I guess that's appealing. People can like feel it. But what is
this?
There's
the original tape. Oh, well, it's a VHS store promo, and there's the tape that goes with it. My daughter actually ripped it apart.
Oh my god!
But there's all kinds of promos you can find. Like these ones, I try to collect anything Universal Monsters that I can, and they'd have the little handout here's, at a frighteningly...
Oh my god, you have a bunch of them.
Yeah, at a frighteningly low price of $14.98 each.
Crazy.
Suggested
Where do you even get
price.
this stuff? Where does he get this stuff?
Yeah, I stole my Blockbuster card.
Oh, dude. No, dude, I saved this somewhere. Dude,
Yeah.
I remember. The thing is, though, did you guys have Hollywood Video? Was that a West Coast thing?
We had Hollywood Video.
There was some, yeah.
I liked them better.
Okay. There's a West Coast video was...
they had a good porn section.
Did they? Are you serious?
Our porn section's back here. There's our porn section.
See, that's why you got the curtain, dude.
Yeah. Now, there's also these promos. Now, these ones...
I didn't see what you were pulling out.
And he just pulls out fucking giant...
He just pulled up a giant Dracula.
And you can see right here, it says 1993, Blockbuster.
Oh, that's a classic film.
Oh, yeah?
Terrible film. Wait, this one I haven't seen. This is a Japanese one, right?
Oh yeah, it was so confusing to American audiences, I guess, because when that one came out, Toho went back to making them again. They made them steady again after that, and then it was one every year for 6 years. But only the first one came out in the theater. I remember I was working at a movie theater at the time. I was just making popcorn, and that's what I did. And I remember when that came out.
Fulfilling.
Yeah, and then I remember when that came out, when I was working at the movie theater and being the only person in there sitting alone in the theater watching it. And then I remember as I was working at the theater and hearing people's reactions as they'd walk out of it, they'd be like, well, why doesn't the voice match the mouth? And everything like that. And people
This one? 2000?
Yeah, and I think people thought it was a sequel to the Matthew Broderick one.
No, see, because I thought that one was called Godzilla 2000. For some reason, as a kid, wasn't that made in 2000?
That was 98.
98, no. You know what? I don't know what I thought that was called, but I knew that there was one called Godzilla 2000. I thought it was that one.
Well, people made the same mistake because they were so close together. Actually, if you want to be technical, that wasn't even 2000. It was 99. It came out in the U.S. in 2000.
So it's like a car.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, exactly. they name it before the year, yeah.
It's like the new update on Godzilla.
Yeah.
0% AP Roar financing. Good joke, guys. Car joke. Oh, they're trying real hard to make this one sound interesting.
The dark side of nature.
Half the people in the United States are just like, I just go outside to see this movie. It's called A Real Fucking Tornado, and I'm scared of it. I've seen Speed. This movie's fucking stupid. I've seen.
You know what the best part in Speed is?
What?
You know when the lady's crossing the street with the baby carriage, but it's full of like cans, like she was just like grocery shopping or something, and then when they're riding the bus through, and then they I think Sandra Bullock is like screaming like, oh my god, we're gonna hit the baby, and then they hit the carriage, and then just the cans go over, but she thinks they hit a baby, so she's like crying, and then Keanu Reeves goes, it's just cans, it's just cans. Rightfully so. You've told me you've only seen.
This just looks like a burden.
Yeah. You've seen the first Rocky.
This one was good. It was like a film, you know? And then I was
It's like a film.
You could just already see from the box art there. This is going nowhere. Let's see how it went from 1 to 5. It went from dignified, it was a film, to hey, millions of dollars, baby. What even? I seen this one recently. Even I'd seen this one and it was fantastic. I mean, this is a classic. And then this one came on and he was like doing a press conference and he's like, I don't even know what's happening in these films anymore.
Yeah, you definitely need the connectors to go in between it.
So are they all good?
Well, okay. First one, excellent movie. Second one, great sequel. As good as you could possibly do with following up the first one. Actually, the second one really fits well with the first. I think you'd like the second one.
I'm sure these two are good.
Even
three.
Yeah. Now the third one, this is where Mr. T comes in.
That's how you know it's getting good. It's just warming up.
Not just Mr. T, Hulk Hogan as well. This is where it gets nuts with Rocky 3.
Okay.
This is Rocky on steroids, basically. Probably literally. Actually.
Literally.
Then we got 4, which is even more steroids.
It's got some dude giving him a BJ on the cover.
I will say 3 and 4 are very entertaining. They're very macho, but they're. I don't know how to say it. I guess it's just. It depends what you're looking for. So there you go.
I love how we're just going like a travel through time right now. I'm enjoying this.
The Star Wars movies. Look at all these different versions.
Oh, do you have the ones before they got ruined?
I do.
Where are they?
Well, they've re-released them so many times, but the really old ones. Let's see. Oh, these are beta actually.
Beta? Oh, yeah. Betamax?
Yeah, there you go. Star Wars. That bar
wasn't Betamax better?
Betamax was superior to VHS.
So much better. Why didn't that win?
Yeah.
Right?
I think VHS won the battle because I suppose maybe it was cheaper or
it was porn. I think.
Because they had more porn on VHS.
Yeah, porn always drives
That's
the
true.
winning.
Betamax is actually higher quality.
It is, yeah. It's like Laserdisc, except Laserdisc makes sense why that didn't fucking take, because Laserdisc is stupid. It's like this big, isn't it? It's like a vinyl.
Oh, that's huge.
Laserdiscs are really big. You remember Laserdiscs?
Oh, yes. These are all Laserdiscs.
Oh, you have them right here.
Yeah.
I thought these were... I guess I should have figured they were... I thought they were soundtracks.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, of course, I should have figured we'd have it right behind us to look at.
Here you go, Laserdisc.
Yeah, there you go. These things are... Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
This thing is a fucking Frisbee. It's a vinyl. It's just a vinyl. I guess that's what they were going for with it.
Yeah, it's an analog medium, which is strange. You'd think it'd be digital like a CD, but it's not.
Yeah, the thing is, I think you'd have to flip them, wouldn't you?
You do. You have to flip them more than once. See, there's disc 1.
Yeah, fuck this.
Here you go, disc 3.
This is a losing format. I can tell even, there's nothing.
That's 3 discs?
This one's 2, so 4. That was definitely why I'd say it lost from DVD and how smaller
Show
it
them
is.
the other disc format.
Now, here we have CED.
Dude, she's fucking sinking into him here. All right, what's CED?
Capacitance electronic disc.
Is this gonna be some sort of microchip board you're gonna show me?
No, well, this is all it is. Now, the disc is inside here. It doesn't.
It's like a hard drive.
Yeah, you put it into the machine, and you take it out, and then it stays. The disc actually comes out in the machine, so you have an empty case.
75.
This movie's 75.
Not the movie.
76.
The technology.
Oh, the technology was actually after beta, after VHS, even after Laserdisc.
What?
It came out in the early 80s.
After Blu-ray.
No. It came out in the early 80s. It lasted for about 4 years, and then it went under.
Dude, because I have the Blu-rays of Star Wars, because it's like all you can get now, and
until after episode 7, Disney decides to finally release the original.
Oh, I hope they do. They might.
I'm sure they will.
You know what's amazing? Yeah, they know it'll make money.
Now that it's out of George Lucas'
they have no emotional.
They're just waiting.
They have no emotional attachment. But I'm watching these movies because my friend had never seen Star Wars. Don't know how that's a thing. But anyways, I was showing him Star Wars, and I was showing the Blu-ray. It just looks like some crazy person stitched that thing together. It's just like there's like 3 decades worth of different technology just slapped on that movie. Like one scene you'll have like a puppet, the next scene you'll have like CGI.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, what have you done to this? You can't do this. This is wrong filmmaking. Barbarella. What the hell? Is this the sequel to Barbed Wire?
I have no idea.
So basically what you're telling me is I should put that on loop in my house.
Yeah. Isn't it just amazing how many movies exist, really? Like
I sometimes think you make something and then it's just like, now that's the past. Got to work on something else. It's like you think these people who make these movies, they make Rambo. Yeah. And they just got to go on to the next one. And it's just making movies.
Constant,
It's crazy. I guess you just get in a workflow.
Yeah.
If you actually look it up on the internet or on IMDb, you can literally type in just about any word or phrase, and it's a fucking movie.
I know.
Yeah. And
it's only been around for like 100 years.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's such a miracle that any movie gets made because it's so hard to make a movie without millions and millions of dollars. So it's like how does a movie like what's things like I don't know like Time Barbarians get made? You know? Like,
no, I know, right? Because you see, is this fucking a city in the back there?
You had to get Time Barbarians.
Right, I should have figured.
Phantom Menace. You were telling me how you.
I think it's not as bad as people say it is.
Mm-hmm. You actually said you preferred that one over episodes 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, Phantom Menace is the best prequel. They made a bit of a mistake with that movie. They should have kept Darth Maul as the antagonist for the entire series. Because that would have given Obi-Wan like the motive to do what he does. Because he's trying to avenge Qui-Gon Jinn. Mm-hmm. But they killed him in the first episode and left it. It's a contained film. Mm-hmm. The only reason that it goes on is because people know that the story of Darth Vader has to get somewhere. But contained in the films, there's no motivation for any character to really do much. Past the first... I mean, I guess defeating the dark side, but like that's not really how... You can't really base a movie off that. You kind of have to write it. You have to write some characters in there.
Okay.
Why? What do you
like the story better than 2 and 3?
Well, the Phantom Menace has a beginning... and like a middle and then a climax, whereas the other ones just are kind of weird. Like the third one ends on, what is it? No! And it's just like,
I can understand that point you're trying to make about Phantom Menace, but my question about it is like when you're watching the movie and you see like the scenes with like Jar Jar Binks and whatnot.
He never bothered me. I don't know why. Oh, I watched the original Star Warses as a kid before I watched Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So maybe I was just... He doesn't bother me as much as everybody says. He's just a...
Yeah, and I think it's refreshing to hear something different, because, like, I mean, I hate Phantom Menace. I think it's the worst one, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen Attack of the Clones?
Well, yeah, which I don't think was as bad. I mean, it was still bad, but I think it's interesting to hear, because I usually hear the same thing. I usually hear everybody hates... Well, people seem to hate all 3, but...
Phantom Menace is not as bad as people say it is.
Yeah, and I thought Revenge of the Sith was pretty good. Like, I'm not sure... Like,
really? Have you...
Yeah.
See, no, because the thing... I'll tell you what it is about the second movies, the 2 and 3, is they have the grown-up version of Anakin, and he's insufferable. I think if you took Anakin out of those movies, he fucking says shit like, "This sand is coarse and rough. It falls through your fingers. Not like you." He says that. Those words come out of his mouth.
But of the 3 prequels, you prefer Phantom Menace above 2 and 3.
Yeah, because Phantom Menace is cool. It has a pod race scenes. They're really cool. The action scenes are the greatest. And I do like the scene at the end when they're fighting at the 3, when they're like Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting.
The action scenes were good in 1, but I didn't see the action scenes as being anywhere close to 3.
I guess we have to go in this direction. Episode 7 thoughts.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think so too. Actually, I think
It's J.J.
probably gonna
fucking
be good.
Abrams. Everyone saw Star Trek and went, so that was Star Wars. And then now he's
I was the
making-
only person who did not lose my mind over that Star Trek reboot. Like,
They
I thought
were
it was
good.
It was okay. But...
I'm here with you, James. I also did not care for the Star Trek.
Well, it's probably because of this shit you got going here.
oh, you don't like the original series?
Are you seeing that with me? Are you looking at that? Because
that's
what...
Baylock. Baylock gives you some
Knows it by name.
Tranya. He'll give you some Tranya. I
Good.
hope you will
'Cause
relish
I'm
it.
Yatron. Tranya for Yatron.
There you go.
See, Abrams is doing it practical. They're doing it practical. Where you can do it practical, you should do it practical. CG is a last resort for impossible shots.
Practical's so much harder, too.
It always looks better.
Yeah.
And it's not like an old-fashioned thing. It just looks better because the human eye can detect uncanny really fucking easy.
Practical is so it's
Just
so
better.
hard to do. Yeah.
It's also dying art, is it not?
Yeah.
It really is. Like ask around and be like, hey, we're making a scene.
tried.
Yeah, we have a scene where there's a monster that's punching buildings and stuff. We need somebody to build these buildings that are like as high as a person. Nobody does it because it's a dying art. Yeah, I think it's really interesting how I didn't know you were such a movie fan, as well as people probably don't know I'm as much a movie fan sometimes.
I think you get it in a lot more though, because you do Monster Madness. I think it's very. It's apparent you're a film buff.
We do movie stuff, but we're always known mostly for the game stuff. Which I love video games, by the way. Like nothing against video games. I love video games, but
that's how I feel like, too.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I was going to tell you when I came back down.
Mm-hmm.
To finish that thought, I don't dislike video games. In fact, they were a huge part of my life. Some of my favorite things are video games.
Yeah.
Like Ocarina of Time, Zelda, is my favorite game pretty much, and Majora's Mask, those two. And like, I had a lot of connection to old video games, but for some reason, I guess my life became all about video games when I did this.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's more.
Yeah.
There's more. I don't know, but I think the thing is, like, a lot of people say, like, would you... Okay, because I'm sure you get this, too. Because a lot of people know me for Banjo-Kazooie, because I did an episode on Nuts and Bolts, which is like, do you even know anything about Banjo-Kazooie?
It was past my time. I mean,
okay.
I have it, but I never played it.
It was a really good game. It was made by Rare. Rare.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country, of course. So it was made by that company when it was in its prime, and then they got bought out by Microsoft, and they went to Xbox, and then when they released it on Xbox, it was really weird and bad because all the core members of Rare, I don't even know. There's a big controversy surrounding it. I made a video on it, so people always ask me like, why don't you go try designing the new Banjo-Kazooie with Rare? And I was just like,
because you don't.
I don't know the first thing about video games or programming or game design. Yeah. It's like I think what's funny is I don't know. People for some reason can't. I'm sure some people can see it, but like I'm making videos. That's what I know how to do. I know how to like try to be funny. I know how to try to be funny.
But you aspire to make movies though. Too,
yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like I may be making videos about video games, but at the end of the day, I'm making videos. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, but like making movies, like what kind of movies have you thought about making?
Making?
Yeah.
Ooh, see, I've always wanted to make a dramatic film. But not like I don't want to take.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to take myself too seriously. You've thought of that too?
I do, but the thing is, like, and I feel like you might say the same thing, is that people don't expect a dramatic movie from me. That's why I don't do it. Because
that's why I want to make it.
Yeah, that's why you want to surprise them. Yeah.
Because if you're making something your audience expects of you, they're gonna be like, "Nah, that's not what I wanted." You want to give them something they didn't know they wanted. I always say that. That's my critical piece of advice for content making. Give your audience what they didn't know they wanted so badly. Yeah. Because if they knew what they wanted, they wouldn't be asking you for it, I suppose. That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, generally people don't know what they want. But that's interesting. Make it.
No, go on.
Oh no, I'm just thinking because you are making a movie for yourself, but you're also making it for people because obviously you want people to see it, you want people to like it. So, and if you're going to invest so much time and effort into making it, then because once you make a feature film, it consumes your life. It's the only thing you're doing.
You would know you did that. Yeah. I aspire to that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so much time out of your life, and you're working like a double job. Really, you're doing your videos, and then you have to work on the movie, and then you have like no time for your family and everything. So
it's really a labor of love. That stuff.
Yeah, it really is a labor of love. The only reason you make movies is because you want to. There's no other. Yeah.
I always thought this. I don't know. I always thought that if you have trouble on set, it means your product's going to be great. If everything goes smoothly, I don't know. You might just get something boring. But if you got if you got some real passion, somebody's really angry when they're acting because it's too hot and they're overworked, it's gonna make a better show. It always does.
There's a great Bruce Campbell quote. He says, "The harder it is to make, the easier it is to watch."
Yeah, exactly. It's so true.